Welcome to this video where we are talking about getting user input during the runtime of a program. So this is a built-in function, it's called input, and what you can see here is we are calling this function and what it returns is being stored in UI. And let's do this. We are going to type in when we are prompted with the input after executing this cell. And then we are typing something like my text in this example, hitting enter, and as you can see in the print command, the UI variable stores the input as a string. That was also being outputted here. Type UI is string, and this is actually how input works. So the following example demonstrates that also numbers are interpreted as strings. So if you are having here a number like 3.141 and then you are going to print that out, it's still a string, a number stored in a string. And let's have a look on the next slide on a more practical example. So we are asking a user to type their age. And we are doing that, like my age is 34, and then we are outputting it and we are having a string. And let's pretend we are asking a user for their age and we want to use that, process that information. What is the problem with a string? So the problem with a string is, if we want to use a if condition, we need to compare it with a number, let's say 18, to check if the user is older than 18, but this is actually not possible with a string. And this is being covered in the next video, where we are going to talk about casting an input to, from a string to a different data type. But before doing that, we are going to the Jupyter Notebook again, and we are checking just the input function as follows. So if I'm writing something like input, you can see that Jupyter Notebook is asking me to provide something here. Providing something, and input returns this as a string, as you can see with the double quote, with the single quotes in this case. If I'm going to type down an argument for that built-in function, I can write something like how old are you, question mark, and I'm going to store that in a variable. Then I'm asked how old are you, I'm 34, and hitting enter, and let's have a look at var. It's 34, but it's a string. You can also type var and you can see it's a string. And again, we need very often a number here. So this is where the concept of casting comes in, creating from a string another data type, like an integer in this case would be beneficial. So this is part of the next video, so stay tuned.